Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth video of the Copilot series. In this video, we are going to build a declarative agent using Copilot Studio Lite version. So before starting this video, if you're directly watching this one, I will recommend you to watch previous two videos. One is about how to write effective instructions and the second is about Copilot pricing. So you will get a better understanding how to write the instructions and always a pricing structure for that. Also, I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you already have the Copilot license, that is a per user license with you. Because in the declarative agent, when we are going to add a knowledge sources, only licensed user can upload the documents or any knowledge document. Otherwise, you can only access the information from the web only. Okay, if not, then that is completely fine. It is only about having the knowledge sources. It is not stopping you to create your own declarative agents. Okay, so let's get started. In order to create a new agent, what you have is in the left navigation, just click on agent and you have option to create an agent from here. So once you click on it, it will open up the chat window. So basically there are two things. So first thing, you can describe your agents, how it works, how it will be built in a natural languages, or second option you have is configure. So if you are doing this for the very first time, I will recommend you to go with the description version. So you can naturally interact, answer some of the question that Copilot asks you, and based on that, it will automatically create the instructions, automatically create the description, and optimize your agents for you. So the use case here is I have just a few sample documents about IT general issues. So that document I found online. So the document is like a everyday question and answer regarding IT software, network related issue, how to solve them, right? So let's say we have a data backup failures, right? All the information is already given there. So this is just a public document I got from a website, and only this will be I will be referring. Also, along with the general knowledge basis, my Copilot agent can search answers online as well. So in order to build agent, first we have to tell which agents you are going to build and what it is, right? So for this, what I will do, I have already written some description here about my agent. So here, as you can see, I would like to build a Copilot IT helpdesk assistant that can answer the general IT queries about any hardware, software related issues and all. Also, it can search an online provided knowledge sources. It can gather the information and show it to the user. So I just have to click on the send button. Now, based on this, it will start the generation process. And on the right hand side, here, you will see these changes reflecting in a real time. Okay. So according to my description, it already created a agent. The name is not assigned yet. The second question was about the name itself. The description of the agent you can see, and based on the prompt and general knowledge base, it already created six starter prompts for us. So whenever your user visit this one, they know how to get started with this, right? So second question, it asked me like your IT help assistant is created. Now let's define a name. So second option is to choose a name. First, Copilot will suggest you the name based on it. So it suggested me IT help assistant. If you are go with it, then just write yes, and if not, then you can use your own name. uh, for now I'll just say no, I want my agent name as IT Ginny. Okay, so I told Copilot like I don't want this name IT help desk assistant. Instead of that, I want the name IT Ginny. So you see, once I entered that and submitted that answer, it automatically got reflected, right? Now the third and the very important thing, once the name is defined, we have to provide the instructions like how this agent should be communicated with the users. Now you don't have to be a expert in the prompt in engineering while you are using this description feature. You can write it in a natural languages. So let's say this is something that I have already written and pasted. So here, this agent should always respond in a way that feels clear, simple, and helpful, because this is our help desk assistant. We want it to be clear and really specific to the user query. Also, we provided the agent should explain answer step by step and other information. I want this, how we should communicate with the user, what answer or what course question he or can answer, right? So based on this, I can create it. But when you are doing this step configuration mode, the second option, you have to write it very carefully, right? So remember how I enter this instruction in this paragraph format, and once I send this, now it will refine these instructions properly. Based on the instruction, there will be some changes in the starter prompts as well. So as you can see, it some of the prompts has been already changed, right? So now these three things are done. The last option is the knowledge sources and all, but I prefer to have this description functionality for these three steps. So first, initialization, second is providing a name to your copilot, and third is the instructions for it. Now once everything is done, now let's go to configure. As you can see, you can change the icon. That's not very big deal for me right now, so I will skip it. The name we have here, anytime you can change this. The description also, you can see I have provided a very long description, but it got optimized, and just 3 to 4 line description it added by itself. In instructions, you can see I have added a complete paragraph in a natural languages, but it wrote down these instructions in a bullet point, or I can say a step by step format, right? So these are the best practices it followed. So when using description version, you can completely rely on this, but if you are doing it manually, you have to write this effectively, right? And to overcome this, like if you don't have that kind of knowledge currently, like how we can write effective instruction, I will definitely recommend to use this prompt coach agent. So what prompt coach basically is, it helps you to refine your instructions. It helps you if you want to if you want some output from the agent, you can just tell in natural languages, and it will tell you how you can write the instructions, and it will write the instructions for you. So I will definitely recommend to check this out first. Now after that, as you can see, the option we have is knowledge sources. So it will search online directly if you don't provide any knowledge sources. But if you have any knowledge file that you want, like whenever user answers the question, that should also search in the provided knowledge sources. So I have two options. The one is upload, and the second one is cloud file. So cloud basically means OneDrive or SharePoint, but for now I will just use that PDF that I have downloaded from that website. So here I have added the PDF, top 50 most common IT problem and solution. Only this PDF I have added. You have also option here, prioritize the knowledge sources that you have added for the agent based queries. So what it will do, whenever user asks a question, if this setting is turned on, it will search in these knowledge sources first, and then it will search in the data that is it being trained on, and in the web only. Okay, you can see the information here as well. You can read this while you are creating this one. Capabilities, we don't require this for now, but I'll tell you what they are. Code interpreter, that will work in the code analysis, that part. Image generator, that means creating an image. Both things we don't require for this agent specifically, so I'll keep them off. Then these are the suggested prompt. So whenever user open your agent, you see whenever I started building this agent, it got 6 prompt here. So as a developer, you already know what this agent is, and if you tell some 2 3 people, they already know how to work with this agent. But if someone is visiting this agent very first time, they don't know, or they might not know how to get start the conversation with this. So this prompt will help them a lot. Now once I started my process, it automatically got created. But if you would like to change this, you have completely option there. So as you can see, I have this option, so I can change this. So for now I am good. If in your case, if you would like to change this, just change in the title and the message. So basically title will be at the top, and the message, that means whenever I select anything, that message is going to ask to the copilot, right? So you have to select them properly. I think title is a 30 characters only, and message I think 100 or 80 characters. Yeah, so we have that limitation. By default 6 will get added. If you want to add more, we have the option add suggested prompts. Okay, now once everything is done, you can also test in a real time before publishing it. So I'll just quickly ask a question. Let me check this document. What is this? When backup system fails. Okay, so I'll just ask a question about this. So let's say I've asked this question, like give me the step-by-step process for how to handle the data backup and recovery. So if I ask the question, let's wait for it to answer. So as you can see, it got the answer. So if you check here, let me just close this so we'll have the more view. To help recover data from the backup failure, here is a detailed step-by-step process from the top 50 most common ITs. So basically, this is a file name actually, and it is also notifying like I got you the answer, but from where I got this answer, right? So here it is step by step. Now we can just cross-check how it is written here. When backup system failure, we don't run as expected. First is check insufficient storage, verify the backup schedule, update the software, and here also we got the insufficient storage schedule and the backup, right? So it is not exactly copy paste, but yes, according to what user asked, and whatever the instructions that we have given, it got it properly, right? So it also asking our cross question. If you look at the end, would you like me to help setting up the alerts or choosing the backup tools like these tools, right? So cross question ability is also something that is very good, I'll say here, because in ChatGPT also, if you ask anything at the end, it also suggests you, would you like me to help you with this X, this Y, right? So once you test it here, if you think everything is perfect, just click on this create button. Now our agent is created successfully. You see we have the options, go to agent and dismiss. You can copy the link, you can share it with anyone who have the license basically. They can directly add this there. So if I click on go to agent, it will open up that agent for me. Let's say this one. Okay. Right now this agent that we have created, it is having the chat window. It has option to upload files. You can also talk instead of just typing. You would like to have the voice instruction, definitely do it. And then we have the 6 prompts here. These are called starter prompts basically. So it helps you. Now this is not something that you are limiting user. So don't confuse like I can only ask these questions basically. No, there is no such thing. You can ask anything related to this context only. So let's say if I ask anything, my printer is not connecting to my computer. What should I do? Let me just ask it and let's wait for the agent to respond. And here you can see the step by step fixes for the printer connection issue, because whenever I build the agent, I specifically written I want a step by step guidance. That's why it is giving me proper step by step process to help me with my issue, right? So you can read this, you can test it out. Now there are two important things. So first is, if you would like to copy this, you have the option here, copy the response. It will get copied to your clipboard. You can paste it anywhere. Second thing, read option. So basically, if you don't have time to read all this, you can just click on this and it will read out for you. So this is a browser, every website and in the Edge as well. If you visit any blog article, they have that kind of feature. That's really great. The best option is I see is edit in pages. So basically, when you click on this option, so earlier we have only ability to create a loop pages, Microsoft loop pages basically. But now, recently, a new ability introduced that if you would like to have that kind of response in a Word document, you click on that option, edit in pages. The page will open. If you would like to modify anything, you can directly share this page using the share option. But if you would like to have a Word document of it, there is also option introduced here. Open in Word. If I click on it, we are working on it, getting your draft to ready in Word. So let's wait for a few seconds. Now it is done. I can just click on open Word. You see how the document got created in the Word. I can directly copy the Word, I can change the formatting of it. If you have the Copilot license, you can use the Copilot to make document this more clear, right? But for the IT help desk assistant, I don't think this use case is good for you. But if you are building some analytical kind of agents to get the data from the API, providing summaries, this is the feature that I will definitely recommend to use, right? So I hope you understood how to build the agents. Now let's come into the refinement part. So once you build the agent, you got some feedback from the user like this thing I want, these instructions needs to change, or if you observe some kind of issue, you can edit the agents in a simple step. So first thing, locate your agent where it is, this one, right? So you can also pin it. So once you pin it, it will be appear always on top. To edit the agent, just click on this ellipses, and it will open up the edit window for you. So this is not something different. The same UI we have it once we started building an agent, right? The same user interface we have for editing as well. So you can again configure it. If you have the instructions properly, you can directly define that. But if you go to describe, you can always tell like I want to add these instructions, I want to change my name, right? So this is something you can play with. You can also delete the prompt, edit this prompt, also set the order of this prompt. Once you drag and drop it like this, you can set the order in which they will appear here, right? So this is how you build a declarative agent. Now one thing, in the Copilot Studio Lite version, so this one, you don't have ability to integrate in any third party applications like Power Automate. You cannot integrate with any system, right? In the Copilot Studio full version, you have a complete flexibility there. So Lite version is specifically about building a declarative agent that gets an answer from the provided knowledge sources. That's it. Doing any research online, you can use a light version and a declarative agents for the Q&A purposes. But if you are thinking like if it calls their API, it will send an email, get a summary report and send an daily email. It won't work at this time. So by the time of recording video, it is not. But in future, if Microsoft added this one, then let me know so I can update this video. But for now, they don't have that ability, right? So if you have any question about how to build these agents, and if you think that there are some options that I don't see on my end, definitely let me know. And as I said earlier in the video, if you have the Copilot license, the per user license, then you will see these options to upload and the attach file. If you don't have the license, you will have only this one, like where you can put the URL of any website and it will search the grounded data, web grounded data basically. Okay. So thanks a lot for this video. If you have any feedbacks, any comments, if you like this video, just the video and subscribe for more Copilot video. And in the next video, where we are going to build a Copilot agent using the full version, that is a Copilot Studio builder. Thank you.